Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new era. My name's Emma. So, it's been a minute since I've been here. If you're any newcomer, you see me for the first time and you don't know. But if you're an old comer, it's been a minute since I've been here, and it's been my very intention to get back to these readings, um, probably every single day. Life has happened, and it's been quite a lot that's been going on. A lot of changes in my life, and now I just felt a strong pull to just do a reading for the end of this year. We're going to look into the energy for you guys for what's going on at the end of this year, maybe have a little peek into 2026 for what's up. So come with me, please. Aries. We're going to start with a general energy here towards the end of the year. In early 2026, what do we have? Aries. Archangel Raphael. Let me feel one more. And thank you guys for sending me messages, wondering where I am, wondering if I'm okay. It's really lovely to get those messages. Sensuality. Archangel Raphael, if we look at this first, huge angel there, being connected with nature, connected with the animals. Even, it doesn't show on the picture, but I felt a strong moon connection. And sensuality, express your sensuality. This is very much, for me, this is like, do you see a little dude there in the back who's lifting the veil? This is very much for me. And there's a person sleeping. So I feel like this is very much like dream state, being in a twilight zone, being in a position in your mind or with your body where there's like a thin line between what is real and what is unreal, what is here and what is like the non-physical, what is dream life and what is real life. And it might be that you're just really coming like towards the end of this year, you're more and more coming into that space of allowing yourself to be maybe not so rigid. Aries can be a little bit like, this is how it is, this is the structure, this is like, it's black or white, it's either, it's not a gray area, but this is a gray area. To allow yourself to just more like, Archangel Raphael is also very much like become one with the elements. Be a little bit more like, not so like, here I am and here that is, but like to move with the tides, to move with the trees, to move with the seasons. Does this make sense? Okay, let's clarify this. Let's see what's going on here for Aries. Divine guidance. Yeah. You are opening up to a new, I have divine guidance. Number 5. So that's, it can be a challenge that you're about to like step over or figure out. But it's also opportunity for change. And then we have justice. Number 8. Justice, something is being made right. So I just feel like there's instead of being, like I said, so rigid, there's a feeling of like, you're starting to transform and not move so much with a like yes or no, right or wrong, but like as you allow yourself to open up a little bit more and be guided, like to just have support from the angels or guides or whatever, a therapist. It feels more non-physical, I have to be honest, but like to allow yourself to be guided into the new year, allow yourself to like, if you think like, this is how it's going to be, this is what I'm doing, I'm sure this is happening. Like if you can loosen that up a little bit and just maybe instead put yourself in a, let's just see if I can get surprised. Let's just see what the universe is up to and have for me. And you have justice on your side. So it's like there's something that's being made right now. And made right, I don't mean right and wrong. I just mean there's a course correction. If you've been a little bit off kilter, off balance, off into the bushes, that's like it wants to come back into let's stick to the plan. Let's stick to the path that we know. But not so much like I'm gonna do it this way. If you can ease up a little bit and be surprised at how much guidance you can get if you let it happen. Okay, going deeper still, what do we have for Aries here, please? Raphael is a big one, I feel. Raphael is all about the healing, balance, sorting things out, patience. 14 and patience. Aries, please, towards the end of the year, beginning of 2026. Clarify. Nope. Sorry, that was me. We need to have it really clear. Aries. There you go. Okay, we have patience and love begins. Sorry. These are beautiful energies. And if you start to look with the patience there, and I know that's not our favorite word, especially not Aries. There's a seed in the palm of this dude's hand. There's the lifting of the veil, the thinning of what's real and what's not real, of what's like. That can be that you're starting to play with time in a different way. It might show up as a hard time to sleep at night. Like it almost like, is it Monday? Is it Friday? Is it morning? Is it night? Is it like everything becomes more lucid? And that can be a little bit alarming in the beginning. Like if your nervous system wants to like keep everything on track and you get like a very different energy and very different reality right now, it can play tricks on your mind and it can be a little bit hard sometimes. But just know that these are things that are happening with this transformation. I see both, it's like you have the seed in the palm of your hand, meaning the support is there, the non-physical support is there, and the full materialized situation could take place, but you're at the very beginning of it. We have the seed in the hand, like whatever you're moving towards or whatever you're wrapping up towards the end of this year. And obviously, like, this is something that we've made up. It's a man-made end to the year. Like December is not the end of your solar year, right? Your solar year's end is in March, because March, April is when you when we shift into your solar year. So depending on when your birthday is, this is more towards the end of the year than the beginning for sure, because you are the first zodiac, the first sign in the zodiac, right? So it is still towards the end. It's December, January, February, March, and so on. So what is it that you're wrapping up? What is it that you're closing down, or having like a project that you want to like, I want to really put this to the test. I want to launch this. I want to present this to the world. That now probably isn't the best time. You're just in the seed state of that. And so you need it's not the right time to put something out there. Unless your whole inner being shakes and says, what do you know? Always listen to yourself. But as a collective and in the general sense, this is not a personal reading, it's a general reading. So in the general sense, you're at the seed stage of this. And launch might be good, like come your season or spring of 2026. But this is definitely, you're seeing the beginning stuff And we have love begins. And yes, it can mean that there's a person who's about to come into your life. I just feel more in the general sense that this is when, if Aries is a little bit less rigid and a little bit less like, I know right from wrong, I know yes from no, and you become more lucid and you become more like, I'm moving with the tides, I'm moving with like whatever's being presented to me right now. You're just trying to follow the guidance in a way. Then the love can really start to come into your life, meaning to just feel that you're supported, to feel like you have really kind thoughts about yourself, not to be so judgmental, maybe kinder thoughts about other people, where you start to see beauty everywhere where you didn't really see the beauty before. It's like in those little cracks it wants to come in. I hope this makes sense, Aries. Okay. And I felt really drawn here to try. I have never brought this into the general readings. I've done dragon readings in my personal work for a while now. And if you were to ask me about the dragons like a little over a year ago, I would still say that angels are real, dragons are fantasy. And I don't know why I made that distinction, but it's like, yeah, I don't know why. But they really have grown on me, and I started to understand that, wow, the dragon field is such a more vast energy field and so much more real than I ever thought. So if you're like not into dragons, or you're like, dragons are not real, unicorns are, just take the message. Don't care so much about the fact that it's coming from the dragons, but just take the message. So what do we have here for Aries, please, towards the end of the year? Have so much to say. Like each card is both like what you see in the card, and the text in the book is like so much. Archangel Gabriel's dragon. So that's also something that I learned. I never knew this before, is that not every dragon is connected to an angel, but every archangel is connected to a dragon. Like every archangel has a dragon. So this is this is apparently, because I don't know. I'm completely new in this too. I learn every day, and you couldn't get me to say like, oh, Raphael has this dragon. I have no idea. So I'm doing the intuitive feeling still, but like I'm learning as I go here, because apparently this is Archangel Gabriel's dragon that you're receiving, that brings purification. Self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. Wow. So purification and self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. So the self-discipline, it really stands out to me. So if there's something that you feel like this would really benefit you, but you have put it off, or I'm going to do it in a different lifetime, I'm going to do it on Monday, I'm going to stop doing this thing on Sunday, whatever it is. If you have already decided for yourself that this is something that you want to do for yourself, that you're going to benefit from, whether that's health-wise, work-wise, relationship-wise, whatever it is, that that cutting this out from my life, food, person, situation, or bringing this into my life, food, health, like whatever it is going to benefit you. This is clearly saying start or stop doing it now. Don't wait for the Monday. Don't wait for the next weekend. Like if you can do just a tiny little bit of it every day, or if you're trying to slow down on something or quit something, just quit a tiny little bit every day. Don't go like cold turkey, that weird expression in English. Don't go like fully like from one day to the next, like not going to do that anymore. If you can just sort of ease your way down, or ease your way out, or ease your way in to something, this is clearly stating that this is the good time to start. Archangel Gabriel, I'm going to read from the book. These also comes from different, can you feel my excitement? They come from different dimensions. So let's see what Archangel Gabriel's dragon's dimension is. Archangel, and bear with me because I'm also learning the book here. There, 48. So it's a fifth dimensional dragon. Archangel Gabriel's dragon is a fifth dimensional dragon. And it was number 48. I'm not going to go into the numerology there because I was like, am I pulled to that? No, I'm not. Look at that white one. White winged with a diamond. Okay, brings purification. The fifth dimensional diamond white dragons serve Archangel Gabriel, the mighty pure white angel of clarity, joy, and hope. When we are ready to connect more deeply to him, his dragons shine their crystal light into our energy fields and physical body, allowing deep cleansing and purification to take place. They light up our true essence and we become transparent. Maybe that's the like move with the tides and try to not be so rigid, like to get more transparent. I think that's a really good summoning word, to be more transparent. To be more transparent to the spiritual world. This means that all the lower energies that have not been released from our auric field becomes visible. That's what I mean with this is a little bit tricky because when things get lucid and when things get really clear, the things that are unclear and unwanted and a little bit lower starts to show its face. So you can almost take it as like the worse that you feel, the better, like the more on the good path you're headed, if that makes sense. Like if you're super, super tired, it just means that you're being purified, you're being cleansed at this time. If you're thinking you're getting light Alzheimer's, probably not. It's just that you're not so rigid with time anymore. It's getting lucid. Or having really hard emotions, like emotions show up that are quite tricky to deal with, to just know that, okay, this wants to leave the body right now. This means that the lower energies that have not been released from our auric field becomes visible. So it is important to forgive, love, and respect ourselves and others so that our aura becomes totally clear. That's what I meant with starting to be kinder to yourself, to not judge yourself so much, but like have the love come in there for you and others. And that's exactly what it says here now, to have the love and respect for yourself and others so that your aura becomes totally clear. Then the dragons will rejoice, for we are ready to walk the diamond ascension path. They will lead the way, clearing and energizing our sparkling new high frequency journey and bringing us clarity, hope, and joy so that Archangel Gabriel, with his diamond wings, can overlight us. That's so beautiful. You're about to walk the diamond ascension path. I don't even know what that means. Look it up, sit in meditation, meditate on what does it mean for you to start to walk the diamond frequency path. And then the guidance here, there's also guidance in this book. Receiving this card implies that you're expected to cooperate with Archangel Gabriel's diamond white dragons using self-examination, self-discipline to accelerate your ascension. So that's why they want you. Obviously, you live your life, you lead your life the way that you want to. This is not a you have to do this, but they are a little bit like nudging you to, if you can do that thing that you know will serve you, you will put yourself in a better balance, and then therefore they can reach you better. The dragons can reach you, the beautiful light, diamond light from Gabriel can reach you. Because right now you might be a little bit like on the threshold of that, like they are not fully reaching you. The veil is getting thinner, and they want to hold up the veil and they want to reach you, but until you do that meditation or stop that thing or don't involve yourself in this lower energy anymore, it's a little bit tricky for them to get to you, or for you to receive it, or for you to hear it fully. I hope that makes sense. So they want you to self-examine, do some self-examination and self-discipline to accelerate that ascension, to get higher up. The dragons can then illuminate you internally with happiness, clarity, and higher expectations. Wow. You will start to expect higher things for yourself. You will become a shining beacon and will automatically radiate light that shows others the way. You will have earned the right to be a walking master. You will carry, I was on my way to say Jesus, which he was. You will carry in your fields the glorious light of Archangel Gabriel's cosmic diamond. Wow. Which is a life-transforming ascension tool. So the white diamond is an ascension tool. The diamond white dragons will swirl and dance around you, ensuring that the glittering, shimmering cosmic diamond stays securely in place over your energy fields. It will protect your aura and fill you with joy, purity, and bliss. Look at that. I told you there's a handful of information. That's gorgeous. You're on your way. So maybe that's also why it needs to be a little bit more lucid. It can't be the 9 to 5. This is what I do every single day. This is my routine, and I don't steer away from it 1 second, or things will go crazy. If you actually can try to do it, mesh it up a little bit. Like right now, I've been in this transition mode of like, we're gonna move. We're making quite a big move, and because of the changes in the home, it hasn't allowed us to sleep in the same bed or sleep in the same room, or so this has allowed us to move the mattresses around, or move the situation where we sleep, like one moment in the living room and another moment. Like, long story short, we moved around, done different things in the home that I would never have done if I weren't sort of forced into doing that for a moment. And it's like, we're camping out in the living room. Now we have a different arrangement in the bedroom. Now it's like every day becomes a little bit of an adventure of such easy things that you can change. It's not like this has to be the same thing every single day, which means that there is being created an openness, a different type of openness, because you're not so, I know every single step from morning to night what's going to come. If you open up and save a little bit of a space for surprises, and for the Archangel Dragon to come in, for Archangel Gabriel, for the Archangel Gabriel Dragon to come in, and for Archangel Gabriel to come in, like, you're about to go on this ascension path, and they want to get into contact with you, but then you need to get a little bit more lucid and loose, and maybe get onto that discipline. And if you don't like the word discipline, get onto that path. Get onto the path with the thing you said you wanted to do, or get on with that path that you said you're going to feel better in doing it. Okay? Some final messages here from the angels. Final message for Aries towards the end of the year. Final messages. No need to worry. There is no need to worry, Aries. If there's been a little bit of a hardship lately, if you're like, I don't even know who I am anymore, if you're struggling with your emotions, if it's like stuff is a little bit up in the air, it's because you're trying to actually get to that place of not knowing so much, of not having a consistent structure from 9 to 5 or from A to B, if it looks a little bit crazy, if your nervous system is a little bit wacky, No need to worry. It's all a part of the plan. It's all a part of the plan. And fire element, I mean, obviously you are a fire element, but even like difference between, so I now have a light, like a living light right next to me here, but just the other day I didn't. And the difference, I mean, obviously there are messages coming through the same, but the difference in what I feel if I have that living light next to me or not is quite big. So there's something about, maybe watch a fireplace if you have a fireplace to get that going. Today, I know it sounds silly, but even, and my little boy actually now asks for it, that we just put on the television, but with that fake fireplace. And he's like, can we make the fire on the television? I was like, yes, we can. It's like the sounds, like as it is a living fire, it makes all the difference. It actually feels a little bit warmer in the room when it's not. So anything with fire, if you even can light a normal candle and just look at the flame for a moment, or any, if you can bring any fire element, it seems to be, even if you are a fire element, maybe you haven't really sort of been with the actual fire for a while. So invite more alive fire into your life, and it seems to be helpful. Probably purification there, as the fire burns away what shouldn't stay anymore. Okay, I hope this was helpful. So excited to be back. And if you want to say hello in the comment section, please do. Yeah, see you in the new year. Thanks, guys. Bye.